count me in.
3, 2.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Beselfishly with Lily. Hi. Um, Happy New Year. Oh my God. 2025, we made it. Gotta be grateful for that because if
We made it.
Mr. Producer. But yeah, 2025. Bro, we're in the future. Like, I remember when I was little and I would watch like these shows or cartoons and they would put those weird numbers that you thought was so far away. They're like, I'm not gonna live until I'm 32 in 2025. Oh my God.
We thought we was gonna see like flying cars.
There is flying cars. There's like prototypes
Yeah.
and stuff, but there is flying cars. We could, video call what we thought in like Back to the Future. Actually, wait, Back to the Future. What year was that? Was that 2020?
I don't remember the specific years, but as you're speaking, I'm thinking of the Jeffersons, and when you said
Yes.
and when you said like the FaceTime, they had that on
Yeah.
there.
We haven't gotten to teleportation yet, but hopefully I'm excited. I don't know if that's gonna exist because I would love to teleport. I would love to multiply myself. Whenever that can happen.
That would be a superhero. Your superpower. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Multiplying yourself.
Ooh, that's
Put you on
a
the
good
spot
one.
there. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I had so many.
That's what I always tell people.
One power. What power? Teleportation. Multiplying. Yeah, okay. Because back in the day when I was little, I would say flying. But then I'm like, I'm scared of heights. So Lily, why would you even say flying? But multiplying myself would definitely be like cool. And then another time I would say being able to read people's minds. But I'm like, nope, scratch that. I don't want to do that. No, it's good. It's good. What you think about me is what you think about me. I don't need to know.
But what if you could read someone's mind and save someone? Like,
well, that would be like what, having psychic powers? Like you could see things before happening. Do you want to ruin the surprise in a good matter? Like I get it when the saving a life matter, but in a good way. If you were able to see things before they happen, wouldn't it just kill the sense of,
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick to multiplying myself and still being me. Like I don't want the different
doppelgangers.
Yeah, I feel all emotions from each one. So it's like it's still me. I just multiplied myself and I could be in different areas at different times.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
That's crazy. There's a show on Netflix called Sense8. You guys should definitely watch that show because what you just described is what the show is about, but it's not the same person. It's different people. But hold on, but it's different people, but they're all connected. So whatever you do, they experience at the same time. So like, bro, it's amazing.
It's one of those like sci-fi things. Kind of. Sci-fi.
Yes and no. It's not so sci-fi though. It's like real life.
Oh, sci-fi. Sorry guys, I got my little Spanish. English is not my first language. My English is not very good looking, So I could pronounce, if you guys catch me pronouncing words wrong, hey, I'm working on it. I live in Miami, so that don't even make it even better.
Yeah.
Living in Miami. So it's sci-fi?
Yeah, sci-fi.
I said sci-fi? What did I say?
Sufu, I don't know, Sufu.
I did not say Sufu. Don't try me like that. I did not say Sufu.
But yeah, the show is Sense8, so y'all should check it out one day. But it's
I'll take
cool.
your recommendations. Every time you recommend a show, I be questioning it, and then I'm hooked to it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I am the film god. But anyways, back to Beselfishly.
That is Mr. Producer.
What's
Thank
up?
you. How's 2025? Like, what do you see in 2025?
I mean, more production opportunities.
Yes.
I want to create a lot more shows.
Yes.
And things like that. But my plans don't usually change. They just enhance, or they
Yes.
get bigger, or the
Yes.
vision becomes a lot more clear.
Beautiful.
You know? And I always ask you, how you doing?
I'm doing great. And I want to, before I used to say I'm okay, but I'm doing great. It feels good. 2025, I am excited. I am scared. I will always, have my moments of, a little bit of fear here and there, but um I definitely want to continue this journey. I want to continue Be Selfishly. I want to get into it, get deep. Restarting this podcast um means a lot. It was something that I kind of put in a back burner subconsciously. I didn't want to, but then I realized the time that I went without being in front of a mic, without being in front, I started seeing how much I missed it. So it's crazy because I was, you always try to find different ways to reinvent yourself throughout the year and stuff like that. And um if you guys don't know, I am a makeup artist, and I would have like I'm one of those like therapeutic. I'm gonna claim it. I'm one of those therapeutic makeup artists that while you're in my chair and I'm doing your makeup, we talk and we have these conversations. And then I kept saying, "Oh my God, I wish there was a mic in front of me." So anyone who has gotten their makeup done by me, thank you for having and sharing these amazing stories with me. They still stay with me, and the relationships I've built as a makeup artist and having these amazing conversations. I definitely want to open a space where we can bring those actual conversations, to front and center. So that's kind of like my jump from makeup to podcasting and jump back to production and stuff like that. It definitely, the art of conversation has has, is like knocking on my door. So I want to work out the kinks in 2025. I definitely want to work out the kinks and learn how to public speak. I went to a beautiful event the other day with Woman Thriving High. It was called a reset and resilience. Which it was created by Launch It Agency, which is founded by Sade Lopez. Shout out to you. I love you. You're an inspiration. And they had Ellie, which she's the founder of Woman Thriving High. And I remember it was a whole reset moment. And I think it's great to have those type of events at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year. So I really wish they could do more of those things. Um, I'll definitely put a link so you guys can know more about the Women Thriving High movement. And the reset, it was just a community, a little safe place where women just, we all have to reset sometimes. And I think at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year or in the middle of the year, any moment of the year, resetting is always welcome. You always have to take a moment. And I remember, um, we all talked about what is something you really want to do. What is something that you want to create or do or makes you feel happy? And public speaking, I practice that in the comfort of my own home, but then I get nervous and get, the bug when I speak. So I was like, you know what? This year, I want to work on that. Even if I'm scared, I am going to work on public speaking. And then while I'm getting ready to shoot, this lovely library I have over here, this happens to be one of the books that caught my eye. The art of public speaking. So I'm like, okay, God. All right. Got it. Thank you. So, yeah, there's little signs like that to be like, Lily, you never know what life throws at you, but when it does, just catch it, even if you're not ready for it. Catch what life
Pay
throws at you.
attention to them signs, man.
Pay attention to them signs. But that's definitely something that this year is just that big reset. And I think before you reset something, you have to see your problems. You have to see what stops you. You have to pay attention to those little, little malfunctions that you have to stop you from that reset. Because if you don't nip that where it has to be nipped, you can't reset. You can't, you know, do something different. And one of the things that really, oh, this is, admitting something is so hard. But I honestly think that my phone addiction, I have a phone addiction, and I think it kind of consumes me more than it should, and it's not healthy. But yet I have paired my phone with so many things that to contact me, you gotta call me through my phone, to text me, to book an appointment, my banks, my bills, my I've connected my phone to it. So yeah, I could have a pretty productive day on my phone, but it could also like make me waste my time,
Mhm.
you know? And I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but if y'all feel like y'all have a phone addiction, talk to me, please. Let's build a phone.
Mhm.
Like, what is it for the alcoholics? The AA?
Anonymous.
So, like, phone addiction,
Anonymous.
anonymous, like PAA.
Yeah. How did you come to that conclusion that the possibility of you having a phone addiction?
How did man, I would catch myself wasting time. And recently, um, I woke up one morning, I didn't look at my phone, right? And then I was cleaning, I was dancing, I put music on, having a great time, not having a worry in the world, right? And it was like probably like 2 hours, 3 hours into cleaning that I was like, "Oh, let me take a little break. Let me sit down for a little bit," right? And I go onto my phone and then I'm on my Beselfishly page, and the algorithm on the Beselfishly page is pretty positive. So I didn't mind scrolling. When I'm scrolling, I'm saving stuff. I'm saving quotes. I'm understanding things cool. So I'm like, okay, let me go check out my personal page. When I check out my personal page, um I see all these like news headliners of like negative bad stories, this person, you know the children this, children that, this happened, this I don't know if I could say mass, you know this happened over here, 12 people have, been unalive. And I'm like,
Unalived, yeah.
yo, I can't, like, it messed up my mood so bad that I didn't wanna do anything else after that. I didn't feel like cooking. I didn't feel like, just my whole mood changed. And I'm like, "Why'd I pick up my phone? Like, why'd I do that?" And then I had to come to understand I'm an empath, right? I had to go and make sure I'm pronouncing this right. Empath. And I be feeling when someone tells me a story, I feel it like if it's happening to me. So when I see these stories, I can't just look at it and keep scrolling. I'm over here thinking about the mother of the child. I'm thinking about the hurt, the moment, those last I can't. I can't. It just doesn't I can't just pass it. I'm not insensitive to that. So that's one thing that made me realize, okay, Lily, you can't see certain things. I can't even see certain movies. I don't even watch action movies because because of the killing and the unaliving in those. I can't. I gotta watch like a Disney movie right after a scary movie because my brain just works that way. It's not funny, sir. Why are you laughing at me?
My bad.
I'm being this is a vulnerable moment here.
I'm sure the viewers started laughing too at that point, but go ahead, my bad.
I know I'm not the only one.
Nah.
I know I'm not. I see a scary when remember when Saw came out and it was like this craziness of Saw. I would watch Saw because everybody was talking about it during the day,
Mhm.
windows wide open in case I have to escape. Windows wide open. And then right after I saw the movie, turn on Nickelodeon.
Amanda.
I was great. After that, that was the only way that I could watch a scary movie.
Right.
Until I was like, I don't have to watch scary movies. I don't want to watch scary movies. So
Yeah.
yes.
In it's unfair in a way to us as people to go against the corporations that create the algorithms for us to be addicted to the phone. Because look, as soon as you turn off your phone, as soon as you put your phone down, you get a notification.
Yes.
Right? And even
it
if
reels you in. Like
yeah.
it reels you in. And then especially if you work with your phone, right? And if you promote, you make your own content, it kind of makes you feel like you're working for the phone,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or you could mentally put that in your head like, I gotta wake up and do a post. Like, how many of y'all wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is pick up your phone and check your emails?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, that's more productive than the person that
but do you just check your email? Like, if y'all just check y'all emails and y'all know how to do that and then cut the phone off and do your, but like, this is for those that check your emails, then you start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scroll. You know, like that's that. Don't you stay in the bed longer? I know I stayed. I'm being so honest right now. I stay longer in the bed when I'm scrolling. And I know, and the same thing when I go at night. Night as a mom, that's like the kids are sleeping. I take my shower. Cool, I can have me time. And then me time, I pick up the phone and start seeing all the social media stuff. I'm like, that's not me time.
mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what happened in the world outside.
Mm-hmm.
When I could just gone outside.
Or just put down the phone and have that moment with yourself.
Exactly. Meditate. Watch actually, I don't know, anything. I could have done anything else. I could have read a book. I could have read the art of public speaking. I could have done
Right.
anything. And then I end up on the phone still scrolling. It has the same effect if I do it in the morning. I have the same thing scrolling. Then my eyes start hurting. I can't go to sleep. It's 2:00, 3:00 in the morning, and I'm still up. My alarm goes off in about 3 hours. I gotta take the kids to school. Like, Lily, what did you just do?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, there has to be something that creates this addiction. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. It's the algorithm because look, Facebook has this thing, right? And I hate it because first of all, I don't be on Facebook like that, right? But they want you to go on there, so they have this thing where they be like, such and such mentioned you in a post, and then you click on a post,
and they mentioned everybody.
and they mention everybody, right? Or it goes, such and such, you might know this person, or such and such made this post, and you pick up the phone and click on it. So that's the type of things that keep you going back to the phone over and over.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's something for my New Year's resolution
Mm-hmm.
next to gym. Really big. Gym, really big. I want to cut down my phone time for sure. I think that I would be a lot more productive. And if I do pick up my phone, it is to basically do something productive, something that's going to benefit me and not just get me scrolling. Because when I started to see and research, hey, like what causes this addiction? Sometimes we don't even know we're really addicted. But if you spend more than 6 hours on your phone, I've read that is considered an addiction to your phone. 6 hours. Now, the crazy thing is, you don't even feel like you're on the phone for 6 hours
Mm.
at all. That's the craziest part,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I'm reading more, and then I'm like, bro, like, okay, 6 hours more on the phone. Got it. Now, I had to like get deeper into it because there has to be something. And then I went on and I found some information, so I'm going to share it with you guys. Um, so addiction or like being on the phone a lot. I know there's this word in English, obsession,
Mm-hmm.
obsession,
Obsession.
of being on the phone. It causes mental health issues,
Mm-hmm.
and then those is anxiety and depression. we already suffer. If you go online, everyone talks about their anxiety. Everyone talks about depression, and how it's like everyone has it, right? And I'm like, what else does everyone have? A
Mhm.
phone. Everyone has a phone. So I'm like, one thing that I noticed when it came to social media, because one thing is having a phone for your phone calls and your text message and your emails, right? But then it's not just the phone having for that communication of it, which it was supposed to, the meaning of it was for communication.
Mhm.
Then we got these apps and we got these social media,
Mm.
right? When Facebook first came out, it was more like, I remember once you graduate high school, it was like a college
The
app in
college
a
thing, yeah.
way. Yeah. So like once you graduate high school, oh, what's your Facebook? So we can stay connected because we're about to, not see each other every day.
Mhm.
And that's what I remember Facebook from. But then it just became this thing that everyone, I don't know how to explain it. Like it was something to keep, communication between friends. But then Instagram came about, Twitter, I don't know which one came first.
Mhm.
Um all these different apps came about where it became like a social thing. So you got to you connected with old friends, you met new friends, you networked through it, you see celebrities. Celebrities came on the app, so now we get to see like a window into celebrities' eyes. Then you get all these influencers that think they're celebrities and then create all this fake life on social media, right? And I give a shout out to those who use social media for positive.
Mhm.
I appreciate y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop it. Like, we need a balance between all the negative stuff. And then you see social media being used for the bad stuff, right? And I'm sorry, I'm a sensitive person. That just doesn't sit with me. And definitely it creates that time where you basically compare, because you're seeing into other people's lives. And then what other people don't understand is, like, in social media, sometimes people just post the best moments in their life and they don't show their actual
The
struggles.
highlight reel.
The highlight, exactly. It's called highlights for a reason. Like, social media influencers are called influencers for a reason. Now, if the influencer does positive, great. They're leaving a positive influence on the individuals that are watching it. But if there's an influencer that does things for clout and they're doing pranks on people or showcasing situations, like, all of that, you are just consuming it, good and bad. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just me, I feel like there's more bad than good because negative gets more attention.
Yes and no.
I don't know.
Do you know there's a browser like Google
Mhm.
that you can download and it only shows you positive things? I
I
just
did
can't
not know
remember the
that.
name. If I
We
remember
need
the
to
name,
find out
I'm
that
gonna look
name.
it up and I'm gonna show it to you. My phone is over there. But there's a browser that it only shows you positive
I
things.
need that browser. So is that
Yeah.
promoted? Because it's not promoted the same way other browsers are, because they're negative.
Yeah, it's not that it's just negative. You have to curate your
Mhm.
community. You have to curate your universe. You know, I say that all the
Yeah.
time, right? So my tip that I use for myself is I go in my phone, the iPhone, I go into settings and I
Mhm.
take off the notifications for all of those apps. Only
Mhm.
the ones that I want, only the ones that I use the most, I'll leave it up. But
Yeah.
I take off those notifications. If I see something negative on my timeline, I tell Instagram or the social media
Not
I'm
to
not
show it again.
interested.
Yeah.
There's a option I'm not
Because
interested
it
in.
is just so open. And one of the things that I realized that made me addicted to the phone, because it's like, okay, when it comes to the negative side, right? Um, and if you suffer from depression or have anxiety or anything like that, I realized that having a phone addiction, because it also releases like like what I was reading, it releases a dopamine.
Mhm.
So you're scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on something, and then you hear the news of someone having a new baby. Hear the news of someone getting married, a job promotion. So you hit the like, and you're actually happy for the person. So those are little releases of dopamine in your brain that you keep scrolling to continue having that little release, right?
Mhm.
Now, when it comes to negative content, it allows you to escape your own reality. Hold on, let me cook. Because if your environment is negative and you're scrolling on the phone, looking at the highlights of other people's lives, right? It basically makes you feel like, oh, wow, I wish that was me. Like, oh, wow, let me leave this comment, you know. Oh, wow, I'm not mad it's not me. So I'm just going to write this comment to like, hey, congratulations,
Mhm.
da, 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 So people who create an addiction to the phone is because it has to deal with escaping their reality also. So every time you pick up the phone, you don't want to see what's around you. You want to get lost in the phone. And I think that's what also connects that addiction
Mhm.
because you want to escape your reality. And to be totally honest, I do feel that as a couple of years back, that kind of what started my addiction to the phone in 2020
Mm.
due to the whole shutdown.
Mm.
All you had was your phone, your electronics. That's all you had. And my reality, I was in a four wall room with my children, and all I had was, all right, this is my phone. This is how I connect with the outside while we pass through this pandemic. So I think that I don't even know if you guys want to check out statistics on that. Statistics. Coño, mija. Statistics. On the rise of anxiety and depression in 20, well, of course,
Yeah.
that's without being said, but phone usage,
Mhm.
since everything had to be so dependent. And I feel like from 2020, it got bigger and then people are just not seeing it as a problem.
I think that's a great point.
Yeah, for real. Because it's like you have anxiety, like what? It's too many of us are dealing with the same thing. And then something that we all have is a phone.
Yeah, because it wasn't as common, like even the word saying the word anxiety. A lot of people wasn't saying that, but keep in mind that mental health is focused on a lot
Yeah.
more now
Mm-hmm.
than it was before.
Definitely.
So I think that's why people is okay with being more vulnerable to say, "Hey, man, this don't make me feel okay. Like
Definitely.
I'm not
And
okay."
and good thing that you said that because I remember when I was younger, my mom, um, I don't know for what reasons. I think I'm perfectly fine. But my mom had me in therapy, right? And then I don't want to piss the medical thing off, but I feel like you are the doctors or the therapists of today, depending on who. Please don't hate me. You guys are taught on how to prescribe medication. Don't come at me. I love you guys. But you guys, please. I'm trying to say with all respect because they had me on, is it Adderall?
Mm, mhm,
Right? And I would tell my mom, I don't like this. I don't like this feeling. And apparently the Adderall was supposed to help me pay attention,
mhm.
right? And focus on things, right? So,
A lot of authors use it.
yeah, I don't think it wasn't for me. I didn't want to get into my system. I stopped taking the pills. I would lie to my mom. Sorry, mom. I did. Sorry. I would lie to her mom and tell her I took it, not take it because it did not make me feel good. And then sometimes everybody is different. So if you get prescribed something, it might work for another person's brain. It just might not work for me. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. It's just that's not my way of doing it. So growing up, if I did have ADD or if I did have ADHD, and now I done gotten into being comfortable with a phone, and then that kind of messes up my attention span even more. It's
Mhm,
like, ah, like I'm not helping the solution. I'm helping the problem here,
mhm.
because your attention span gets smaller. Like nowadays, you get bored after seeing something over a minute. Like if it doesn't change in between that and your eyes do not see something every 10 seconds. Like now I'd be looking at videos and I look at videos and I'm like, they changed the angle every 5 seconds, a different angle just to keep you still watching. And that's like, there's scientists in a lab making sure the phone does this. So your brain acts how it's supposed to act when you're on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's their job.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get people's attention. This is how we're going to get their attentions. Nowadays, movies, commercials, ads, anything has this 5 second change angle. We need more things. We need more scenes. We got to create this. And I'm like, because they just want you locked in on what they have to consume. So it's like, as an I'm like, I want to say, like, as an entrepreneur, the phone can be your enemy. But if you want to change it, it could also be your best friend because you're supposed to do the opposite and sell something, whatever the case may be. But this could put you like in a consumer lockdown. You go onto a page, you not even the weirdest thing, you say something, you can have a conversation, right? Your phone's laying around, and then out of nowhere, like you pick up your phone and there's an ad about what you talked about. That doesn't scare y'all. I know y'all seen this. The phones are listening. Like, hey, on sale now. Like, it's one of those things that's scary. So it's like you guys have to understand that you gotta put the phone down. I'm gonna say this. I have to put the phone down and just pick it up when it's necessary. That's it. Pick the phone up when you want to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications and put it back down. You can hear me. You don't got to watch me. I don't want to be a part of the problem. But you can definitely hear me. But yes, that's definitely something that my New Year's resolution is cutting down on my phone addiction.
Yeah. There's a movie on Netflix called The Social Dilemma. Guys should watch that. It's literally...
You're like a library. Like you're a human library. You have recommendations for everything.
I'm the producer.
It's called The Social Dilemma.
The Social Dilemma.
Can I have another truth moment, please? Because I just want to let it out.
It's your podcast.
Yes, it is.
You do what you want.
It is my podcast. Beselfishly. Another thing that I feel like the phones are killing is experiences. Like real life experiences. And I only think that us like 90s and up kids feel it because we have a childhood, we didn't have a device, right? So I feel like we feel it the most because damn, we used to have fun, bro, with the smallest things. Like
I don't think we feel it the most. I think they feel it the most.
Who's they?
The younger
kids.
They
don't know what they're missing. But we know what they're missing.
Yeah, but we don't have to participate. Check this out. You're going to agree with this.
All right.
You seen the video of Rihanna at the Mariah concert?
Yes.
And she's the only one dancing in a sea of people with their phones recording.
She's taking in the experience.
She's taking in the experience.
Yeah.
So you choose to pick up the phone. That's the other part.
But that's all they know. That's the thing. So it's like she's one of us, basically.
Some of those people is probably Rihanna age too. That's not all young kids. So you choose to pick up the phone.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. All right, Mr. Producer. Yeah. Okay. But I feel like, okay, I'll have what do I call this segment? Truthful moment, I guess. One of those truthful moments. I'm being vulnerable here. That let's say there's an event going on, right? And I see the posters, I see the ads and this and that. I have my friends telling me, hey, you should come, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. And then here comes the day of the event. I don't go, but I know every single person who's going and I follow every single person who's going to the event. And then here I am just scrolling through the event page, seeing all the stories of everyone at the event with the you should be here, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, Lily, if you wanted to know how it was gonna go, you should have just got up and went.
Mhm.
Like that window to see things happening outside of your house can also be dangerous
Mhm.
because you're missing out on an experience that you could have lived in real time, but you have completely just settled to experience it in the comfort of your home in your pajamas.
The comfort of your phone.
Oh, nice. In the comfort of your phone instead of actually being there. And then for those of you who are at these events or in a in an experience and you're recording it, just record it in your memory. Like, don't record it. I get it. If you have a picture, if you take a picture with someone, or if you shout out someone, or you, but like, I've seen people with their phones out the whole time with the, imagine this is a drink, with the drink. And I'm like, no, actually go have fun.
Mhm.
Like, do it. You know, like, unless you're promoting something to make people come and enjoy themselves too, I want to stop that. I'm leaving that in 2024 also because no, I'm gonna be outside more,
Mm.
Mr. Producer.
The fear of missing out.
The fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely adds that because it makes you have a window to like, oh, okay. Oh, the party don't look that good. I didn't miss out on anything. Oh, wow, this person was there. Damn, I should have gone.
Mm.
Yeah, you should have. Good or bad, you should have gone.
Facts.
So it makes you lose real life experiences. Like
Mhm.
nowadays, like dating apps, all those type of things. Like what happened to like going to the bar? Well, it's kind of scary now. But what happened to those days where you would meet someone and actually have a conversation? Now with the dating apps and stuff, it's so like fast. It's hey, what's this? What's that? They could
Mhm.
go onto your page and they could know that you're this. Oh, I know where you live. I know that you're a mom. I know that you like it's so fast. So they already know,
Mm.
so your conversations completely change now because they already have a window to your life. Now, it depends on you if you're truthful online or if you're, what's the word? I don't know if they say use flogging again. I don't know. Am I old? Flogging? Is it flogging?
Capping.
Capping? It's capping. Now they call it
Cap.
capping. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's cap because they could be lying online and then you think it's a whole, you know, knight in silver and shining armor.
Yeah.
And it's not
It could be
because
a
their
facade.
page looks like it.
Mhm.
Nah, man, we can't do that. We can't live through our phones. We have to live life through life experience, not through phone experiences.
Mm.
Like,
Mhm.
claim it, Lily. Claim it. Phone addiction is ending. PAA. I founded the PAA Unite. We don't want to do that. I don't want to
Mhm.
do that. I don't. Like 2025, I'm picking a phone to post Beselfishly. I'm picking up the phone to promote my makeup business. I'm picking up the phone to share positivity, put a contact in my phone,
Yeah.
build relationships, like positive phone use only.
Mhm.
That's it. That's it. If y'all spend, there's people who spend their life just trolling people online, fix it.
There's
Fix it.
there's a new term called, that's a good point. There's a new term called rage bait.
Rage bait.
Yeah.
Rage bait.
Rage bait. So
Like
say
road rage,
yeah,
but rage, like clickbait.
mhm,
Oh, wow.
but rage bait.
Oh, Lord. What is that?
So say you post, say I'm gonna make it so simple. Say you
I
post
feel like I already know what you're going to
a
say.
pretty picture of a sunflower. That's your favorite flower. It's a sunflower. Beautiful. It's yellow. The sun behind it. Someone will come on under the photo and
Mm-hmm.
leave a comment like, "Oh, this is ugly," or like, "This is the
Like
worst photo I ever seen in my
not
life."
even mean it.
Not even mean it.
They just want you to click and be like, why are you so angry?
Right. So you can comment on it and other people can
Attention.
comment. Yeah.
Attention. I didn't even touch that. Attention.
Yeah.
For the attention. Oh my God. I feel, you know what else I want to connect to? I feel that anyone who suffers from a phone addiction or just, when it comes to social media, having to create this, persona online, I think that validation like is a very big situation. Like it has to play a part in it because yeah, we get a like on a photo. Yeah, we get views on a photo, you know. But when you think of it, it's just someone just watched your video. But people get ecstatic for how many followers, how the number,
Mhm.
right? And it's like one of those things of like, it's just a click on an app on a phone. Like we got to minimize that to understand it's really not that big. And there's people who one hate comment can cause like destruction in other people's minds that are not ready or that not understand the power between the phone and real life,
Mhm.
social media life and real life.
Mhm.
So it's like, wow, like you get or like when like the cancel culture. Like people are easier to jump on the cancel train instead of a positive train and posting flowers and sending positive comments. Like once one person hates or one person has something bad to say, like a list of people, and you don't know what that can cause on an individual that their mind is just not ready.
But they're not thinking about that. But like you said before, there's people that live online to troll. Like they literally troll. So that's what I
But
was
it's
saying
like I
about the
want to get
rage
into
bait.
that like why do you do that? What is that troll escaping from?
The same
Because
thing you
why are
spoke
you
about.
doing that?
The same thing you spoke
Does that
about.
make you feel better? It's like the
Yeah.
bully, like the cyberbullying. Like it's so many things of like there's a good and a bad to everything. And nowadays cyberbullying is ridiculous. Like businesses, you have one bad review and
Mhm.
they go straight like it was one you have a one customer reaction that was not good and a person exposes you and it was just that one bad reaction. Nowadays you go on the internet and they go straight to your reviews and they just go comment. They probably never been to this restaurant. They probably never had a service of yours, but they know that if a multiple people go and make bad reviews, your business will close down.
Mhm.
That is evil. Like if you had a bad experience,
Share
okay,
it.
share it, you know? But it's the people who did not even go to this restaurant and they're just listening to one side of the story. And this is not just restaurants, this is a service. This is just an experience that someone could have.
But this is a deep conversation. I mean, like, you can go so deep in that conversation because you think about it. When you're talking about cyberbullying,
Mhm.
it's the same thing as bullying in real life. That kid that's at home, no, listen,
Mm-mm.
listen.
Okay,
That
I'm
that
listening.
kid that's at home
Mhm.
is probably being bullied at home. So he goes to school and bullies someone else. The person online that is cyberbullying
Mm.
is probably being bullied at home. So they go take it out on somebody else online. You get
Yeah.
me? So you're just passing on the trauma. You're just passing on the hurt.
It's just the social media has made it easier to access multiple people at once
Yeah.
instead of that bully at school or that one person experience. Now everyone
If
can
you
see it or feel it.
But if you bully one person, you might as well bully them all because who's to know? Like one out of that 10 people you bully might take their life. You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
And that's what I think is happening with I think they're passing a law now of like no social media for children.
But that's in Florida.
That's only in Florida.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how that's going to work out because a little bit too late. I think. But it's because it's causing a lot of negative things. I don't even like saying it, but it's
Mhm.
causing very negative tragedies, very negative situations where Now it has to be banned, but I have a feeling that the addiction is already there and these children don't know life without social media. Like social media is life. Like, so honestly, parents, guardians, talk to your kids, let them have this understand that real life is real life, social media is social media. The phone is only for communication, not to live through.
Mm.
Like, you can't do that. You can't. And I don't know, man. I that's what I'm hoping for the new year. I get it. I feel like we're fighting against the future and stuff. The future is here. The future is now. But I mm-mm. I like my traditional stuff. I like holding conversations. I like speaking. This even having a podcast is one of those things of like stories where the entertainment of the years beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And now we found a way to continue storytelling through podcasts. So we're hearing the art of conversation over and over again. We adapted to making it this way now,
Mm-hmm.
and being able to broadcast to multiple people at once. So there's always a good side when it comes to like, this computer world, this technology. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's my only for 2025. I want to stay old school, adapt when I need to, addiction, close it down. Apparently, from 6 hours, if you spend more than 6 hours on the phone, cut it down to 2 hours. That's why'd you laugh?
It's gonna be hard for a lot of people. But continue.
But you just realize the problem. Like if you heard me, like just see what are you addicted to? Am I addicted to my phone? Like, do I really feel like I have to post everything that I do? Like really have a moment to yourself and have a day. Like, okay, I'm a challenge. We're gonna have a Be Selfishly challenge. I want to challenge y'all to not use the phone for one day. Only if it's communication as far as an important phone call, job, email checking, this and that. Do not go on social media unless you're posting something.
Okay, be more specific. I think it should be a social media detox for a day.
Okay, yes. Social media detox for a day. Well, does emailing emailing is a communication. Mm-hmm. Okay, just for they gonna know what I'm talking about. The person who needs to do this challenge, they gonna understand.
No, you gotta be specific. That right there, social media detox.
Social media detox.
Yeah, because at first you said no phone for a day, but you fixed it by saying the emergency stuff. You might have kids.
Yes, exactly.
Work. Exactly. Social media detox. Woo. You're gonna have a lot of fiends.
But that's how you know that you have the problem. Yeah. That's how you'll know. Or cut it down to 2 hours. Let's see if we can do it. I'm gonna check back on you next episode. Like, seriously. I think we could do this, guys.
It's like you checking into rehab. You're like, I'm gonna check on you next episode. It's like
I'm gonna hold y'all accountable. Like for all those PAA. PAA. This is the first challenge. The Phone Addiction Anonymous. We are going to cut down our time to 2 hours. Are you doubting me, sir?
No, I'm not. PAA. Shouts out to the PAA out there. All right, we in this together.
Phone Addiction Anonymous.
Before we get out of here, I like your socks, by the way. I think you should, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, Team Marvel.
Like my
I like it. Yeah, it's fine.
Team Marvel. Hey, and then my pants. I got them from Le Men Couture, only available in my man's closet. Yep.
Shouts out to him.
I know I'm not the only one that be taking. Our men's clothes is just so much more comfortable.
So go buy men clothes.
Anyways. No, it has to feel your heat. It has to be yours. And then you wear it a couple of times, you loosen it up, and then we put it on. Yes. Steal Boyfriend's Clothes Anonymous. The Boyfriend's Hoodie Committee. We're here and we're strong. I'm gonna stop. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Please share, comment, like, subscribe, talk to me, message me. You can go. My Instagram is Beselfishly. Should just be Beselfishly. I don't think it's Beselfishly dot, but it's Beselfishly. My email is there. It's personally linked to me. So yes, I get your emails. Yes, I get your messages. Yes, I get your comments. And let's go. Let's start this PAA. A whole community of like, let's put the phone down. Let's do it. But yeah, thank you guys once again. Happy New Year. And let's go 2025. We can control it. Love you guys.